Tonight, I'm going to do another pick a card reading. And then I'm going to do a Reiki video after this. So that way we can satisfy both parties. That way you guys can get your reading tonight and you can get your sleep. Sound good? Awesome. Anyways, so instead of doing the pick a card, pick a deck type of situation, we're going to do something different. Also, by the way, for this reading, we're going to find out who has a crush on you. Seemed kind of fun, so why not? Instead of using dragons this time, I'm going to use some Zords. Some Megazords. My Dino Megazord. My Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. Dinozord. This is pile 1. For pile 2, I have my Dragonzord. This is for pile 2. And for pile 3, last but not least, one of my favorite Megazords in the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger universe, the Ninjazord. My top, so in order to my favorite Zords, the Dinozord, the first generation Dinozord, that's my favorite. Then it's the Shogunzord, then it's the Ninjazord, then it's the Thunderzord, then it's the White Tiger Zord, then it's the Dragonzord, then it's Titanus. Then, I mean, we're going like Zords formed together because I can do the individual Zords, but that's going to take too long. Then it's Titanus, then I think it's Serpentera, that huge, gigantic dragon that, Lord Zed has, that like flies like around the moon in every episode. Anyways, without further ado, let's look who has a crush on pile number 1. So first, I'm going to sage these cards so that you can get an accurate reading, not a reading that doesn't resonate. It may not resonate. If it doesn't resonate, just choose another pile. It's that simple. Saging these cards first. So tonight I'm going to use 4 decks to do this reading. I originally recorded this before, but the shots were terrible, so I'm like, never mind, let me just redo it. And deck number 4. Alright, gonna have that going a little bit to kind of clear the air. I'm just gonna shuffle each deck. Who has a crush on pile number 1? Who has a crush on pile number 1? Describe to me who has a crush on pile number 1. Who has a crush on pile number 1? Who has a crush on pile number 1? Who has a crush pile number 1? Okay, so we're gonna start off with the let's start off with the Hermetic Tarot. The Hermetic Tarot. All right. Who has a crush on pile number 1? Who has a crush on pile number 1? Alright. Let's see what the cards have to say. 6 of Wands, the Death card, and the Justice card. Okay. So this person could be, I don't want to say, they have a decent status, possibly. They may have money. They may not. They may just a large amount of people may know them. Um, or this could represent you, someone who has status, good bit of people that know about you, and they're aware of it. Um, there's someone that's fair, but they also can kind of change. They can change their mind a bit, and depending on the situation. So they're very fair, but if they need to change, something to adapt to the situation, they can do that. Um, they may have Scorpio in their chart. They may have Libra in their chart because we have the Death card right here. Um, and we also have the Justice card right here. You can have Scorpio in your chart or Libra in your chart. Sun, Moon, and Rising. It doesn't matter. Or you can have fire in your chart because we have the Six of Wands. So, I feel as if, trying to see what I would get from this. Let me pull some more cards because I want to get more specific. Just a little bit more specific. I'm using the traditional tarot for this one. I feel like they hold you in high regard, and you may hold them in high regard. But we're talking about who has a crush on you, so they hold you in high regard. It's not the other way around. Their feelings for you, I feel like it may have changed. Like they may have saw you as like a friend first at one point, but their feelings grew. It took a little bit, but the feelings started to grow into something more stable. Because if you look at this card right here, you have the Venus card, you have the Venus symbol, but you also have the Saturn symbol, and they're kind of like it's balanced. So I feel like the love that they have for you, or whatever feelings they have for you, it's solid feelings. They came from somewhere. So they're probably, like I said, this is probably coming from someone that you've known for a while, someone who is either a friend of yours, an acquaintance, someone you either has been in your sphere for a while, your circle of friends for a while, or you've known them for a while. And over time, their feelings for you start to kind of go from being, acquaintances and friends to something a little bit more. They start seeing you in a different light. But it's based on strong merit because they know you. I feel like they know of you, or they know a good bit about you to where their feelings aren't based on just nothing. Because like I said, you in that picture, in that card, you kind of see Venus and you see Saturn. And usually when Venus and Saturn are together, it's a love, but it's a very stable, it's a very responsible sort of love or romantic feelings or whatever. They may feel responsible for you. I don't know. I don't know where that came from. They may not. Let's see what else. We have the Magician. Eight of Swords. Wow, we got two cards. I feel like either, and I'm not gonna say this is I never say things are absolute. Either you met them at work, or this is something that's been building for a while. Because when I pulled cards, I thought I pulled one, but I actually ended up pulling two. I got the Seven of Pentacles and I got the Eight of Pentacles. So it's kind of been building because you see, it went from 7 to 8. But it also, you can notice he's working and he's waiting. So this person has kind of been waiting in the shadows, kind of building themselves up, building the relationship to make this move, to kind of create this, to create a bond between the two of you that would lead to something bigger than just probably a friendship or an acquaintance. It's like I said, someone you probably know, someone you've probably known for a while, or they've known of you for a while, and they're close enough to you to where it's not something that's unfamiliar. But they are nervous to tell you. They are terrified to let you know how they feel because we have the Eight of Swords. which usually represents, someone being in their heads about something. So they are nervous about letting you know how they feel. They don't want to lose your friendship. They don't want to lose your relationship that you've already have established. But they do have feelings. I mean, they have strong feelings. They have strong attraction because you have the Six of Wands, and um, wands are associated with fire. Fire is associated with passion. You have six of those, so it's a really, really passionate type of feeling. So it's like they saw you as a friend before, but now they're like sexually attracted to you. So this is a whole different ballgame. But yeah, they want to let you know, but a part of them is terrified that if I try to create this type of relationship with you, it's just not going to go in that direction, and we're going to lose our friendship, and it's whatever. And I feel like I said, it's something that's solid. It's built on a solid foundation. It's something that you guys, like the relationship that you guys may already have, is solid. It's something that's been, you guys have been patient with it. You've cultivated it. It's something that you've built. Again, with this card, you have Venus and Saturn. Two, like I said, when those two are together, the love is usually let's say someone's Venus is in Capricorn, like mine. We love, but the way we love is that we need it. Like when we love, we put an investment on that love, and we really invest our time, we invest our money, we invest everything in that love, because we see it as we see it as something that's very lucrative, not just in a sense of like money wise, but more in a sense of like, we know that this is going to be good for us for the long haul, for our long-term growth. So we want to basically invest our time in that. And I feel like when it comes to love, this person looks for people who they can invest their time in, who they can invest their feelings in, and get a return in that investment, as opposed to not to. Let's see what else we get. We're going to use the light version of the Book of Shadows deck. Who has a crush on pile number one? Who has a crush on pile number one? And I feel like they probably, like I said, this whole transition of seeing you in this light took a while. This didn't happen overnight. Because I wouldn't get two pentacle cards, especially a 7 and an 8 of Pentacles, if it happened overnight. I would have gotten something like a Knight of Swords or Wands or something. But Pentacles take time. It takes effort, and it's something that builds gradually. It's earth energy. Got the Wheel of Fortune. Got the 9 of Pentacles. And we have the 9 of Swords. Oh yeah, you guys have really, so like I said, I feel like also they're independent. They're very independent. And they're not only nervous about you rejecting them, but they're also nervous that once they do make this offer, and let's say it goes in that direction to where they establish a relationship with you, then they know they have to sacrifice some level of independence. And I think on some level they're not quite, they're ready to do it because they like you. But I feel like they're still kind of skittish about it. They're still kind of like reserved about it, I guess you can say. So yeah, they like you. This person, like I said, this is someone who you've known for a little bit. Someone who's very, I feel like they're single. They're independent. They have their own, drive. They may have their own business. They may, have their own way of making income. They may have a good job. They may be financially, stable, because you have the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles with the 8 and the 7. So you went from 7 to 8 to 9. So I feel like they've built the whatever career they have. They built their way to it. They worked their way to that career, and they worked their way to that status. So they, like I said, they may have status. You got the 6 of Wands, and you have the 9 of Pentacles. So they may have status. They may be rich. They may not be rich. They may just be well known. They may be one of those people at a job that everyone knows how good of a coworker they are, or a worker they are, and they have a certain authority over other workers. So they may have authority over the workers in their workplace, but at the same time they know that this person is a good person, that they worked their way to that position. It wasn't something that just came to them, it was just given to them. And I feel like with the relationship, it's the same thing. They kind of see your relationship as like I don't say like a business. but like an investment. You have to put hard work and you have to put time, effort, and everything into it. And I feel like that's sort of gone into your relationship as is. They just kind of want to take it to the next level. So let's see who has a crush on pile number 1. Who has a crush on pile number 1? We're going to use the romance angels. Getting to know each other, honeymoon, and it's safe for you to love. So I feel like you may know each other on a platonic level. I think this person may be somebody, if you haven't known this person for a long time, when you guys met, you guys instantly became friends. But there was always a sense that it could develop into something more if it were to tip in that direction. And I think it's starting to tip in that direction because you guys are sort of taking it slow. You're getting to know each other. You're kind of learning, getting to know each other. You guys could be seeing each other already right now, and we could be talking about the person that you're, dating right now. But I feel like whatever the case is, this is something that's been building. It's something that's been taking time to build. It's something that's been this is something that hasn't happened overnight. This is something that's developed, and it's safe. It's safe for you to love. It's this relationship is safe. You don't have to worry about things falling apart, because I feel like this person is very stable. I feel like they see you as very stable. They see you as very, just like them. Like I said, they see you as an equal. Honeymoon. I feel like, you could be in the honeymoon stages of dating. Or I feel like the two of you, when you finally start dating, it's going to be like blissful. It's going to be like a honeymoon. It's going to be, you're going to enjoy each other's company, and, it's going to be fun. You're going to enjoy being with each other. But like I said, I feel like this is somebody either you've known for a while, they've known of you for a while, they've been in your circle for a while, somewhere along those lines. You probably maybe work together in the same job, going to school together, whatever the case. But I feel like at one point you two didn't see each other in that light. But now, as time has gone by, you start to see, like, this person started to see you in that light. And, this is something that's kind of been building in them for a while. They're really, job focused. They're very career focused people. They're very driven. They may have status. They may have money. They may have wealth. They may not. They may just, have an authority over a group of people. But I feel like whatever they do well. Whatever job they're doing, they're at the top of their, of their division or whatever they're doing. So, yeah, I feel like this person is a hard worker. This person is somebody that knows of you. They've been in your environment for a while, like I said, work, school, whatever. And yeah, this is something that took time to build and create. So hopefully, I think, let's see if they're gonna message you. Let's do that. Let's not jump in. Let's see if they're going to let you know how they feel. Is Pile One's crush going to let them know how they feel? Is Pile One's crush going to let them know how they feel? Is Pile One's crush going to let them know how they feel? Let's see what I get. Oh, wait, that's too much, y'all. Calm down. Okay, I'll take that. Yeah, they will. And we got the death card twice. So I don't know if you guys have been noticing, but in this video and also in my last recording, I would pull I'll pull two of like a specific card. In this pile, I pull the death card twice. I pulled it for the Hermetic Tarot and the Traditional Tarot. So I feel like they are going to let you know. They are going to offer something to you, and it's going to come as a shock. You're not going to see it coming. They are not going to prepare you. Nothing's going to prepare you for this offer. It's just going to come. You're not going to see it, and it's just going to take you either for a loop, and you're like, what? Or you're just going to be completely shocked on who it is. But I don't see that being a bad thing. I feel like you will, like I said, say free to love. I feel like you're gonna like this person. I feel like you're gonna be genuinely interested in this person, to pursue it further than, you know, just conversation. But at the same time, I don't think you know who this is. Or if you do know if you do know someone that's close to you, I feel like they're somebody that you probably thought that you were just gonna be friends and nothing more, or acquaintances and nothing more, and then they'll like reveal to you that they have a crush on you, and you're like, huh? So that's the scenarios I'm seeing for pile number 1. So if you pick the Dragonzord, we're going to do your reading right now. And we're going to start off with the traditional tarot. Who has a crush on pile number 2? Who has a crush on pile number 2? On Megazord number 2? Who has a crush on pile number 2? That's fine. Okay. So we have the Ten of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, King of Cups. So, judging from these 3 cards, this person is very hardworking, or they're dealing with a lot right now. I feel like it's hardworking because we got the Ten of Wands with the Page of Pentacles. I feel like they're working towards trying to achieve something. They've been working hard at it for a while. It could be trying to get your attention. That may be it. Or it could be a project or work situation that they're dealing with. This is someone who is very calm in their emotions. They do feel, but they're not someone that's going to let everything out just out of nowhere. They're someone that knows how to hold themselves together. We had that with the King of Cups right here. I think I remember saying this in another video, in the last video. If you notice, all the waves around him are just going insane, and he's just sitting there just calm and collective, like nothing's happening. I feel like this person has a lot of emotions for you, and that makes sense. They have a lot of emotion for you. It's really solid, strong emotions, but they're holding it back, because you can see it with this. They're like holding these sticks back from like falling. They don't want these sticks to fall apart. They're holding themselves from falling apart. They actually have very strong, solid feelings for you, but they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know just yet. So let's do some more exploring and see what we can find. Who has a crush on pile number 2? Who has a crush on pile number 2? Who has a crush on pile number 2? Okay, let's see. Yes. 6 of Wands, Strength card, and the Devil card. Okay, so whoever this person is, I feel like they really, either 2 scenarios. I'll give me 1 second. First scenario, they put you on a pedestal. They really put you on a pedestal, and they're working the strength to basically tell you how they feel. But at the same time, the fact that they put you on the pedestal kind of restricts them from letting you know how they feel. Because we have the 6 of Wands here, which usually represents status, achievement, victory. We have the Devil card. If you notice all that ice cream and whatever, like I said, they're sexually attracted to you. That's the truth. And we have the Strength card. You see this person running, maybe trying to reach a certain destination. I feel like they're working up the courage to let you know how they feel. But because they see you in such a high regard, I feel like that's the thing that's stopping them. That's the thing that's kind of keeping them from letting their feelings know. It's like I know this from firsthand experience. Like growing up, I used to be like this, where I was like this recently. I'm not gonna lie. Whereas that I'll see a girl that I knew on some level, just I don't know. Like I just didn't think that it would turn out to. For some reason in my head, it just wouldn't go in the direction that I wanted. And maybe like I said, it could deal with low self esteem. This person may have a low self esteem. They may have low self confidence, but I feel like they just feel like you're out of their league. They you feel like they feel like if they try to make a move on you, they'll just end up embarrassing themselves, and that may or may not be true depending on this person. But I feel like this person, all in all, is a strong person. They're a good person. They have a good heart. They're very solid. They're hardworking. They're strong individuals, but they're holding back their emotions because they don't want you to know. They feel like if they give that away, then you could probably destroy them because they see you in such a big and high regard. So let me look at the Hermetic Tarot. Or this can be someone you view it in a high regard, and and you're attracted to them and everything like that. But you really don't want them to know how you feel. Maybe because you're afraid that if they found out, they would destroy you. One of the two. It could resonate on both levels. You both can be feeling that same way. You never know. Who has a crush on pile number 2? 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands. So, 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, twice. I told you guys, like these cards will come up. You'll get the 2 of the same cards, and you're just like, what? That's weird. Is that actually really not? It's kind of how the whole thing works. It's like if Spirit has a message, it's gonna really make that crap known, and it'll double cards and stuff. So yeah, it happens. Anyways, long story short, this person, I feel like they're either burdened by an outside source or they like you so much that they're overthinking the situation. They're working up the courage to say something. They're working up the strength to say something. And I feel like they're gonna when they decide to do it, because it's more of a win. They're gonna do it when they get over themselves or get over that fear of like they're gonna get rejected. When they decide to do it, they're just gonna go all guns blazing. It's gonna be one of those when they ask you out, they're just gonna be like, I don't care how this goes. I'm just gonna do it. They may just do it randomly. Like you could, like I said, I feel like you might work with this person. And you kind of get vibes that they like you, but you're not entirely sure. Or like this could be someone you work with or someone that you're around, and you just see them as a normal person, but you never really thought of them in that way because it just never occurred to you that they would think of you in that way. But lo and behold, they do, and they are terrified to just outright let you know how they feel because they are afraid that you're going to reject them. But they're going to do it anyway, and when they do it, you may get caught off guard. You may be like, oh, wait, what? Oh, what? Wait, when did this happen? Let's see. Who has a crush on pile number 2? Who has a crush on pile number 2? Engagement. Make the effort. Let go of control issues. Okay. So I feel like this person, when they make the effort to talk to you, it's going to kind of come off as they're really trying. Someone that tries a little bit too hard. I don't know if they're going to try too hard, but I feel like it's going to be obvious that they like you, and they're like calm down, relax, you may I feel like you're gonna feel the same way, but they're going to be so like excited about it that they're just going to be like trying to like steer it in a certain way, and you're gonna be kind of like chill a little bit, bro, because we have let go of control issues. So I feel like because let's say you do accept them, I feel like they're going to be they're gonna try to like do everything in their power to not mess things up. But they're also going to try to control the situation in a way that it works. It doesn't, that no one gets, that they don't get hurt or no one gets hurt. But when they do that, it'll, that never really works. You kind of have to go with the flow in these types of situations. So, but they will make an effort. Like they will try. They will, they will reach out. They will let you know how they feel. It may not be, in the most, I want to say it may not be in the cleanest of ways, I don't know, or the coolest of ways. I can't think of the word right now. My mind's blank. But the way they do it, they're just gonna kind of go all guns blazing, take the risk, and kind of hope for the best and prepare for the worst. But I feel like you guys will, hit it off. That you will be interested in this person, or if you don't know who this person is, they are someone that you could possibly that you would be interested in dating. And if you do, I feel like you have an attraction to them anyway, so it's not something that you would push away. But at the same time, you can kind of see that they're a bit nervous about the situation. You can kind of see that they're a bit skittish because they don't want to get hurt. They don't want to hurt you. They don't want to cause any discord in the environment or whatever. They are really focused on just not making a complete idiot out of themselves. But they like you. They may not show it, but they may like have body language that kind of initiates that something you that someone has a thing, like that some people, they may not say it outright that they like you, but you can kind of tell by based on what they're doing, like yeah, I feel like that person's the same way. They won't tell you forthright how they feel, but you can kind of see. That's if you know them. If you don't know them, then you have no clue who this person is because they don't let you know anything. And then when they decide to make that move, it's going to throw you for a loop. But they just need to relax a little bit and not think too much of the situation and just make a move. And if they fly, they fly. If they fall, then you try again. I mean, it'll be fine. Okay, so let's move on to the final pile number 3. Alrighty. If you chose Megazord number 3, the Ninjazord, this is your reading. So I'm going to start with the Book of Shadows. Why not? I like these cards. Who has a crush on pile number 3? 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 For the love of God. Ooh. Okay. So, pile number 3, I have someone who is, I don't know, I feel like the person that has a crush on you. They're nervous. They're very nervous. They're in their head about the situation. We have the 8 of Swords. They have these thoughts about what can go wrong if they do make the move towards you. They're feeling kind of like lost on what to do. The person that has a crush on you feels lost. They don't know where, what to do about it, like how to approach you, what to say to you. They're, they're very stuck in their own heads, and to say the least. But they're also they're a very oh my God, cheerful person. Sorry for the stroke. Cheerful person. They're a very happy person. They're a person that likes to, celebrate, likes to go out and have fun. They're a person that's very, I like to say they're very, they may be, what's that word I'm looking for? Oh my God, I'm going blank here. Um, they may be extroverts. That's what I was looking for. They may be very extroverted. They may like going out. They may like partying. They may like, having fun with friends and stuff like that. But they're a very happy person in general. But they're just nervous or they're lost on how to approach you. Um, they can have air, earth, or water in their chart. No, I'm not gonna start with this deck. I'm shuffling the wrong deck. I'm gonna do the Hermetic Tarot. Like I just feel like they're in their head about the situation. They keep thinking of scenarios of like what would happen if I, made the move towards this person and they did this, and it would terrify them to hell. And then they'll think of another terrible scenario, or then they'll think of a happy scenario, but then they'll think of a terrible scenario to counteract it, which will basically leave them exhausted at thinking of all these scenarios, which ends up not likely to take place at all. Like every scenario, this is what I've noticed in my life. Every scenario that you think of in your head of a certain situation that you want to, every scenario that you could think of, it's not going to happen that way. It's going to happen the way you could have never imagined, and you're just going to be like, what? It's not going to go the way you think. It never goes the way you think. So this person is at a point in their brain where it's just like they're in themselves more or less that they're thinking too much in the situation rather than just saying something. But they're not a person that's shy, or by no means. They just don't know how to approach you. Okay, let's see. All right. Who has a crush on pile number 3? Who has a crush on pile number 3? Chill. 2 cards. Edgy. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the 3 of Cups again. The double card thing strikes again, man. And we have the 8 of Wands and the King of Swords. So if you're the masculine, this King of Swords represents you. You could be a air sign. That means Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Or, you can be a fire sign, water sign. It doesn't matter. Signs don't matter. If you're a woman watching this, then we're either talking about your secret admirer, or regardless if you're a man or a woman, we're talking about your secret admirer. So if you're a woman watching this, we're describing a male. He's the King of Swords. He's very logical. He's very, like I said, he's in his head. He's the King of Swords, which makes complete sense because like coming from a King of Swords type myself, we're like in our heads like 99.999% of the time. So he's in his head. He's a King of Swords. Like that's how he is. That's how he operates. He operates via logic. He doesn't operate via emotion. So he doesn't really know how to handle emotion. So that's basically who has a crush on you. A King of Swords type. He's very logical. He's very to the point. He's very, astute. He knows, he knows how to communicate. He's very, he communicates quickly. Which you have the 8 of Wands, just fast communication. He's a really fast communicator. And yeah, he's just in his head all the time. He's a person that's always in his head. He's always, thinking about the worst case scenarios or best case scenarios, and none of those scenarios take place. We have the 3 of Cups. Like I said, he's very outgoing. He's very fun. He loves to have fun. He loves to enjoy himself. I also feel like if you are separated with the 3 of Cups, it usually represents a reunion. So if let's say like this person already and you guys haven't spoken for a long time, they're gonna come right back. It's not gonna be a big deal. Or if let's say like you met once but you never really you never really thought you would see this person again, but you've always had that little feeling that there was something between you. Well, there's your confirmation. You guys will come back together and resolve whatever sort of lesson you're supposed to learn in this life, because all relationships are lessons if this turns into a relationship. If not, then it is what it is. Anyways, let's get more information on said person. Who has a crush on pile number 3 on the Ninja Megazord? The Ninjazord, my bad. I feel like this person is... I feel like this person... That's what I'm getting. Because I'm like, man, I'm like, he's not codependent. He doesn't like codependency. He's not someone that puts up for codependency, because he has I have codependency and love yourself first. So he's a person that he does love himself, or she does love herself, whoever I'm talking about. If you're a man, woman, whatever. He or she loves themselves. They're not codependent. They do not like codependency. Any sort of like signal of codependency, they say, bug off. No. But yeah, they don't like codependency. They are very, fun loving. They're good people. They're fun to be around. The honeymoon stage is beautiful. So if you decide to, get involved with this individual, you guys will have a really nice honeymoon stage where, it'll be blissful. It'll be a nice relationship. I feel like the relationship in general would be blissful if it goes in that direction. I mean, we all have our ups and downs, but for the most part, the relationship would be blissful. The communication between the two of you would be very stupid. The communication between the two will be very fluid. Like, you guys will communicate actively between each other. There'll be like not one of those things where, there's stuff that gets swept under the rug. If something's bothering you two, I feel like you guys would communicate clearly about it. It would get resolved. Like I said, he's not someone that's really emotional, or she's not that person that's really emotional. They're more into their point. They're more in their like place of like they're more in that place of like they have to see both sides. Like an air sign, they have to see both sides. They don't really like looking at things from an emotional perspective. So let's say if something were to bother you, right? And you told them like, this is why it's bothering me, is this and this, they'll be like, okay, I understand. They wouldn't get upset about it because because some people, like, if you tell them that something's bothering you, they'll take it personally. Well, this person wouldn't take it personally. It'll probably make them feel bad that they cause you any discomfort in that sort of way, but they wouldn't take it personally. They'd be like, all right, well then I'll stop. Or if there's something that you guys disagree on, the communication would be fluid. There wouldn't be anything where there's banter or yelling or because I don't, like I said, I don't see that being something that's going to be a part of the relationship where there's going to be like a lot of yelling. Like I said, that's if you decide to get in a relationship. But this person is not that person that tolerates all that loud screaming. They like communication to be open, honest, direct, forward. It doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be chaotic. But something that, like I said, especially in relationships, communication is key. So I feel like that's the thing about this person, is they know how to communicate. But right now they're just nervous. They're like worried about, like, if I say the wrong thing, or if I initiate the wrong thing, like what if they don't want a relationship? What if they're not looking for this? Like what if they just broke up with somebody? What if they're with somebody? That's what they're thinking right now. You could be with someone right now and you'd be like, yeah, I kind of am. Or you could be single and be like, no, I'm not. But they're going through every scenario in their heads. Now, with the Eight of Wands, I do see them reaching out. I do see them making a move. Like I said, if you're male, she will make a move. If you're female, he will make a move. They will make a move. They're going to say something to you. It's going to be direct. It's going to be kind of maybe a little bit quick, and they may stumble on their words. I don't know. They may not. But they're going to basically, initiate some sort of either meet up, because you have Three of Cups twice. They may initiate some sort of meetup, or heck, you guys may meet somewhere. You guys may just meet up at a place, and then you guys just start talking, and you find out you have a lot more in common than you think, and then it turns into something more. It's like like I said, there's so many multiple scenarios that can take place, but I feel like it's somebody that's just kind of nervous around you. They put you in a high regard. They really think you're a beautiful person, so they're kind of hesitant in how to approach you, because to them, if they approach you the wrong way or they say the wrong thing and you reject them, that's the whole world. It's just gone down the drain. So they're really analyzing the situation. They're kind of analyzing, seeing probably seeing if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, seeing if you would be interested in them. I don't think they may be asked around to a couple people. Like, so you get Three of Cups twice, so they may be asking people about you. They may not. They may be looking at your social media and checking to see if you have you're in a relationship, or if you're interested in somebody, or you're posting about somebody. I don't know. But they're not. They're going to make a move. They're going to say something, regardless, and you ultimately decide if you want to be with this person or if you're interested in this person. I'm gonna ask one more question, and then I'll let you guys go. Does pile number 3 know this person? Yes or no? Does pile number 3 know this person? I kind of want to know this because that's pretty interesting. Because I feel like they've known of you, but they don't. They can either have known of you, but has not approached you yet, or you may be friends, and maybe both. We'll see. Let's see what the cards say. One, 2, 3. Mm. Mm. I feel like I don't know if you know this person. You may know this person. You guys may if you know this person, you guys have probably grown up together with the Hierophant. Hierophant usually represents tradition. Uh, you know, anything of like a traditional situation. So when I see that, I kind of feel like you guys probably grew up together. That's if you know this person. If you don't know this person, I feel like this person um seen you somewhere. They were someplace and they noticed you somewhere, and you just caught their eye. You were that person that you were it. Um, they may know. They may have mutual friends. I feel like that's kind of what's going on with that. They may have mutual friends who know of you, um, and that's probably why they feel confident enough to reach out to you. I feel like, yeah, I think you guys may have mutual friends, so they may feel confident enough to reach out to you. Um, because I have the Page of Cups. And like I said, you have the Three of Cups twice, so I feel like they maybe, if they're talking amongst friends, you guys have a common group of friends that they know, that they're kind of getting information from. That's how they're starting to feel a little more confident in asking you out. So I feel like they're gonna do it. Um, they're, like I said, they're thinking of so many different scenarios here. Like, they're thinking of so many different scenarios right now. Neither one's probably gonna come true. But depending on what you decide, if you decide you want to take this in a relationship situation, then it goes in that relationship situation. If you decide that that's just not the one for you, hey, it's your free will. So, but overall, this person is somebody who's just, really in their head about the situation. They're going to make the move, but they've been overthinking it a bit. It's going to be very quick. It may be unexpected. It's going to be somebody either you know from a long period of time, and you guys have had mutual friends for a long period of time, or it's somebody that you just that probably saw you, and they knew you had they knew you guys were in a group of mutual friends, or you kind of met this person through a group of mutual friends, and they were like that new friend, or you were that new friend, and they were just like, okay, there's the interest and whatever, and should I pursue this person? And they've just been thinking of ways of asking you out, but they're just afraid that if not only if they make the move, it could put some weirdness between the friends, your friends and whatnot, but also they don't want to look like an idiot. So like I said, they're thinking of different scenarios that's scaring them out of it, but they're just kind of lost and they don't know how to do it. So they're asking friends, how should I approach this, and would you guys, basically trying to make sure it's safe. But long story short, this person is a good, very, they love themselves. They're very in their own energy. They're not someone that's codependent. They don't like codependency. Good communicators. And yeah, so that's who has a crush on you. I hope you enjoyed the readings today. If you did, like, subscribe, comment. I'm gonna try to do a Reiki video either tonight or this week. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon.